Hayes got the green light. He swings and torches one to dead center field.
Swung on line to left center field. That's a base hit. 2 runs will score.
Ground ball up the box. Tucker dives, spins around from his knees. What a play by Cole Tucker. The 2-0 grounded down the third base side. Diving stop by Hayes. Gets to his feet, throws across. He got him.
He delivers. Breaking ball right down the middle. Strike 3 called. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Swung on, ground ball, base hit right field. This game is over, and the Indians win again. Will Craig is fouled out, struck out, and grounded out. The pitch to him. Swung on, there she goes, deep to left field. That ball's way back, and that ball is gone. It's a game-winning home run.
Bumpy outing with the Tribe. Gave up 5 earned runs in 3 innings last Sunday against Lehigh Valley, but of course that was a game in which the Indians would come from 5 down in the 9th to tie it and then win it in the bottom of the 10th. So Marvel still unbeaten as an Indianapolis Indian as far as his record goes. 8 starts with the Tribe. James is 4-0, a 2.74 ERA. 38 strikeouts in 42 2/3 innings with the Tribe, and opponents hitting below 200 against the righty as well this season with the Indians, just 197. And a big candidacy for Pirates minor league pitcher of the year. He has won 13 games between AA Altoona and AAA Indy. Marvel ready to go on the Victory Field mound and ready for the first pitch on the mic. Here's Howard.
Andrew, thank you very much, and wherever you are on this invigorating Friday night, thanks for joining us, and we certainly hope you enjoy Indianapolis Indians baseball. The low humidity, beautiful night for baseball. More of the same tomorrow. Game time 7:05. Tickets are available. Jose Siri stands in. Marvel winds the first pitch of the game. Swing and a miss. Fastball, strike 1. We're underway from Victory Field in the capital city. 76 degrees. Wind blowing out to left field. Fastball, strike at the knees, 0-2. 2 fastballs, 2 different spots. Siri batting 138, 9 for 65. Breaking ball, he hits it high in the air to medium left center. Here comes Robinson, and the center fielder has it, 1 away. Trayvon in and to his right. Now Narciso Cook hitting .282, 10 homers and 32 RBIs. Also a very good pinch hitter, right-hand batter. Infielders straight up, outfielders around to the right. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. 91 miles an hour, a little sink, 0-1. I mean, Marvel wastes no time. He gets that ball back from Christian Kelly. He's ready to go. 0-1 delivered. Swing and a miss. Low breaking ball, the curve, 0-2. The right-hander's ready. And the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, he froze him. Strike 3 called, and Crook knew it. And there are 2 away. The lights are on at this beautiful downtown ballpark at the corner of West and Maryland. Here's Christian Colon, hitting .293. 10 homers, 65 RBIs. Right-hand batter, fastball is a strike, and I mean, James Marvel looks very sharp in the early going, hitting his spots in this first inning. Defense straight up in the infield, around to the right in the outfield. 0-1 pitch. Fastball low and away. Will Craig playing first. Jake Elmore at second. Cole Tucker back in the lineup at short. Ke'Bryan Hayes at third. Kevin Kramer in left. Trayvon Robinson in center. Eric Wood in right. Breaking ball grounded foul left side. Past Dick Schofield, the third base coach. For the bats, Christian Kelly catching, and as Andrew told you, James Marvel doing the pitching. Here is his 1-2 delivery. Swung on, he popped it up. Right side of the infield, it's playable. Here comes Will Craig, and he's got it. The first baseman records the putout on the infield grass near the mound. 3 up and 3 down after a half inning. Louisville nothing. The Indians coming to bat.
James Marvel setting the side down in order quickly. 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. Kaori Maya, his counterpart, going to work now. Maya, the 26-year-old righty for Louisville. 8-12 on the year, a 4.80 ERA. Makes his 26th start of the year.
And Cole Tucker takes a strike over the outside corner. Back in the lineup. Had a bruised foot, hit with a pitch ball in Pittsburgh on Sunday. He hits it in the air down the left field line. It's twisting foul and going out of play. 0-2. Switch hitter batting left, hitting .267. 8 homers, 27 RBIs. They go into a shift on him now with 2 strikes. And he takes a changeup just outside. A very close pitch. A pitcher's pitch. Ball 1. The 1-2 delivery. Another changeup, a little bit outside. That 2 was close. 2-2. Maya delivers. Fastball just outside again. Ball 3. And a full count. And the 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 4. He got ahead of him 0-2. He was very close with 3 straight pitches and then walked him. And the batter, Jake Elmore. Right-hand hitter. Hitting .342. 5 homers, 29 RBIs. Fastball is a strike. Was supposed to have the day off yesterday, but Darnell Sweeney strained his oblique. And Jake had to play. Fouled the ball off his foot the night before, and then homered right after that. He checks his swing and bounces it foul. Jake is actually second in the league in hitting right now. Fraction of a percentage point. In the second behind Jake Cronenworth. Tucker at first, nobody out. He's got a lengthy lead. Throw over, he dives back. No balls, 2 strikes. The right-hander sets and delivers. Bounce to third, backing up, gloving it is Colon. Throw to second, safe. Tucker hustling, slides in safely. Everybody's safe. He would have had a tough play at first base because he was backing up and he was deep along the line, and Elmore runs well. So we'll see how they score it.
Yeah, clearly safe at second, but be curious to see if Elmore gets an infield hit out of it. every hit so crucial right now in that batting title race. And
sure. Brian Hayes, the batter. Runners lead first and second, nobody out. Breaking ball outside, ball one. Well, they're ruling it a fielder's choice. Official score is saying they would have gotten Elmore at first, and that could be true. That's one of these where you can make a case either way, but fastball bounced to second. Gloving it there is Blandino. His only play is to first to Longy, and the runners move up on the infield out. Tucker to third, Elmore to second. And with one out, the batter's Will Craig. Hitting .252, 21 homers and 69 RBIs. Runners lead second and third, infield back with the exception of Colon at third. Here's a swing and a miss, strike one. Nick Longy playing first. Alex Blandino at second. Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop. And the third baseman, Christian Colon. Fastball looped into right field. Here comes Refsnyder, and he dives, and he makes a terrific catch. Tucker tags. Here he comes. Throw not in time. Good base running by Tucker, tagging and scoring on a fly ball in short to medium right. Elmore remains at second. An excellent play by the right fielder Refsnyder to catch that ball. And Will Craig has his 70th RBI. It's 1-0 Indians.
And that ball ended up sinking a lot quicker than what Refsnyder thought it was going to off the bat. Either that or he maybe didn't pick it up right away, but he was able to make up some ground late and then dive and catch it. But Tucker, knowing he could score if it blooped in if he tagged up, wisely went back to the bag and was able to score even on the out.
The Indians have scored a run without a hit. Kevin Kramer takes that borderline pitch. It's called outside again. Ball one ball, no strikes. There have been about 3 or 4 of those that are pitchers' pitches, and the plate ump Brian Peterson's calling all of them balls. The 1-0 delivery is low inside with a fastball. 2-0. 2 outs, a run in.
Well, an update from the Pirate game, Howard, that involves a former Louisville bat. Aristides Aquino ending his career-high 4-game homerless streak with number 12. And the Pirates trailing early to Cincinnati. So a mirror matchup between affiliates and big league.
Yes, and Kramer hits it foul left side out of play. I like the way you put it. A career-high 4-game homerless streak.
It was a drought for Aquino.
Good. Sensational rookie. Yep, not often that the big league teams play each other and the AAA teams play each other too. 2-1 on Kevin Kramer, who takes a fastball over the outside corner above the knees. That time it was called a strike. Nick Longy, the first baseman. Alex Blandino at second. Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop. Christian Colon at third base. Narciso Cook in left. Joe Siri in center. Rob Refsnyder in right. Kramer fouls it back on the screen. A fastball that holds 2-2. Ryan Lavarnway catching. Keuri Maya pitching. One nothing Indians. The Indians score without a hit. A walk, a fielder's choice, an infield out, and a sacrifice fly. 2-2 pitch. Inside at the knees. Fastball. We'll be here tomorrow night. 7:05 tickets available. The Indians and Louisville Bats. The teams play a Sunday afternoon game in Louisville, and then the final homestand of the season begins on Monday. Toledo for 4, Columbus for 2. 3-2 pitch. Changeup hit in the air, foul, left side out of play. It holds at 3-2. And again, the right-hander's stretch. And he delivers. Way outside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And runners at first and second, the batter, Trayvon Robinson. Hitting .306. 7 homers and 33 RBIs. Indians 1, bats nothing, a lengthy bottom of the first. After a crisp top of the first by James Marvel mowing him down in order. Fastball outside, ball 1, 1-0. Elmore at second. Kramer at first. The right-hander stretches, sets, and delivers. Fastball, ground ball, base hit left field. Elmore rounding third, heading home, the ball bobbled by Crook. Here's a throw to third, slide, tag, out at third base. As Crook recovers, throws it in the dirt, Colon digs it out and tags out Kevin Kramer. The side retired. The Indians do get another run. I didn't look at the plate ump. I assume he said the run counted. It did, and at the end of 1 inning, it's the Indians 2, Louisville nothing. And we move to the top of the second. The Indians with a 2-0 lead. Single to left, RBI for Trayvon Robinson. Kevin Kramer thrown out at third to end the inning. Rob Refsnyder leads off. James Marvel had a 1-2-3 first. Fastball, strike at the knees. And again, it's early, but he is really hitting his spots with that fastball so far. Rob batting .315, 10 homers, 45 RBIs. 0-1 delivery. Just outside, ball 1. Refsnyder originally came up in the Yankees system. Saw him play against the Tribe in Scranton. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball outside. He's always had a good bat. It was a matter of finding a position for him. And they tried him at several places. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball high and inside, ball 3. Marvel looks in. He winds and delivers. Swinging a foul back off the fastball. Alex Blandino on deck. How about those Mets? They won those 14 of 15, and they didn't slow down after they lost a couple in a row. Swept Cleveland. Here's a ground ball hit to third. Belt high hop to Hayes. He's got it. The throw on to Craig. 1 man out. Now Alex Blandino. Hitting .256, 5 homers and 19 RBIs. Standing in from the right side. Infielders straight up, outfielders around to the right. Fastball bounced to third. Hayes backs up. It goes off his glove into left field, and it's picked up there by Cole Tucker. Blandino aboard. Bryan was there. He backed up and it went off the end of his glove. An error on the third baseman. A rare error for Hayes. That's the first base runner of the game for Louisville. Here's Nick Longy. Hitting .284, 11 homers, 49 RBIs. The right-hander's stretch and his pitch. Swing and a miss. A pitch around the ankle, strike 1. One on, one out, top of the second. Indianapolis leading 2-0. Marvel to the belt. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Breaking ball down around the ankles, strike two. Marvel stretches. Blandino leads. And the breaking ball low. He started, but he checked the swing. Kelly blocked it. Ball one. 7:05 tomorrow. Tickets available for that one. And then on Monday, Toledo will be here for a 7:05 game. The dollar menu in effect. Hot dogs, peanuts, popcorn, Cracker Jack, all for $1 on Monday. The 1-2 pitch. Low with a curveball. And the count is 2-2. Reds 1, Pirates nothing at the end of 2. Here's a throw over, not in time. One man on, one man out. The right-hander sets. Runner started to break, but now he gets back. And a fastball low inside, a ball. And the count's now full. The former Indian, Ryan Lavarnway, on deck. Marvel stretches. Runner goes, pitch is grounded to shortstop. Tucker to second one. Elmore to first. Double play. Beautifully done. You got to credit him. Cole Tucker, with a runner going, knew he had to get rid of it quickly. He did, and a quick throw from Elmore to Will Craig. At the end of 1 1/2, Indians 2, Bats nothing. Bottom half of the second inning on this delightful night. Humidity low, clear skies. Wind has changed direction. It was blowing out to left earlier, now blowing out to right. Eric Wood to lead off. Hitting .242, 9 homers, 27 RBIs. Right-hand batter. Maya delivers. Way low and away. Ball one. Breaking ball. And the Louisville Bats are in a shift. 3 infielders on the third base side of second. Fastball fouled back on the screen. Actually at the top of the screen, then went off the sweet level. 1-1 on Eric Wood. Member of the Canadian team in the Pan Am Games, the runner-up. And a breaking ball, though hard to believe it's so long ago, 1987, that we had the Pan Am Games in Indianapolis, and Busch Stadium, our old ballpark, was used for baseball. We had a 2-week road trip. Here's a swing and a miss. 2-2. Which is the longest road trip the Indians ever have had in all the years I've been here. Maya's pitch. Ground ball foul outside of third. John Schwinn comes up with it cleanly with the right hand. Two and two. The righty pitches. Swing and a miss, and Eric chased a breaking ball. It was a good deal outside, one away. Now Christian Kelly. Hitting .182, doing a good job catching. 5 homers, 19 RBIs. Three infielders, third base side of second. The right-hander's pitch. Fastball is inside, ball one. Here's a ball hit foul to the right side, out of play. 1-1. Mayo winds and pitches. Look at it, hit him in the back. A fastball, he's okay, 95 miles an hour. If Christian's okay, he'll trot to first base. And James Marvel, in all likelihood, now will be up there to bunt. Marvel bats him right-handed. One man on, one man out. Longy holding Kelly aboard. And the pitch is bunted in self-defense foul. It was up and in, strike one. And I mean Colon, the third baseman, charging right on top of James Marvel. I mean right on top of him. He was darting in as if he were in a race. The right-hander sets. Marvel squares and takes a strike. That time he came in not quite as aggressively. Still aggressively, though. 0-2. Mayes stretches. The bunt still is on. The pitch is bunted and missed. Strike three. He bunted through that, 2 away. And that'll bring up Cole Tucker. Walked and scored his first time up. The righty's pitch. Fastball is a strike. Mayes stretches and delivers. Line to left field, however, Crook is there to one-hand it and retire the side. At the end of 2 innings, Indianapolis 2, Louisville nothing. On we go to the top of the third with the Indians ahead 2-0. Here with the action, Andrew Kappas.
Thank you very much, Howard. Indians ahead 2-0. James Marvel back out. Marvel so far tonight, 1 strikeout. Indians setting that record last night. In fact, it was J.B. Shuck eclipsing the 2013 mark for strikeouts. So 1,155 strikeouts by this Indians pitching staff, and very much counting. Counting tonight, 11 games to play. As Marvel goes back to work, he kicks and deals. His pitch a little bit inside to the former Indian Ryan Lavarnway, ball one. Lavarnway, an all-star with the Tribe last year. He was the backup to begin the year, but then Jacob Stallings logged a lot of time in the big leagues. The 1-0 swinging a chop foul, third base side for a strike, 1-1. Non-tendered by the Pirates and released after the season. He did spend the month of September with Pittsburgh last year. Inked a minor league deal with the Yankees, did Lavarnway in the offseason, and was kind of toiling as the third catcher for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Had some time on the IL. Then the Reds got very short-handed behind the dish. The 1-1 on the outside corner, strike 1-2. They reached a deal to acquire Lavarnway, brought him to the big leagues, and Lavarnway had an immediate impact for Cincinnati. Had a 4 RBI game. Only played in 5 contests for Cincinnati. It's the 1-2 swung on and driven out into dead center field. Robinson backing up as Lavarnway gives it a ride at his old stomping grounds, but Victory Field holds it. Trayvon goes out and gets it just shy of the wall, out number 1. And that ball was smacked, but in one of the deeper parts of the park in dead center, 1 down. Here's Alfredo Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the big signing out of Cuba, has not panned out just yet for Cincinnati. Takes a breaking ball low and outside, ball 1. He got $7 million from Cincinnati in the 2015 offseason to sign out of Cuba. It's the 1-0. Breaking ball high, 2 balls and no strikes. And the thought was when he signed was that he had a great glove and that the bat would eventually come. Well, he's only hitting 176 in 14 games with Louisville. He hit 286, though, in Double-A. It's the 2-0, sent out into center field. Backing up one step is Robinson, camps out underneath and makes the catch. So after a liner to center, there's a fly ball to center. Robinson dealing with both, and 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the third. Well, a good start for Marvel, who has faced the minimum thanks to a 6-4-3 double play. Only base runner so far for Louisville, reaching via the error by Ke'Bryan Hayes. You don't hear that very often. As Kaori Maya, the pitcher, steps in. Swing and a little bit of a foul tip into the mid of Kelly off a fastball, strike one. Maya's had success at the dish this year, hitting .300 with 3 RBIs. 0-1, a breaking ball catches the outside corner. It's quickly 0-2 on Marvel's pitching counterpart. Looking for number 1156. 0-2, a curveball in the dirt. 1-2. Of course, that's as a staff, not Marvel by himself. That would be a lot of strikeouts for one guy. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Maya. Marvel off the third base side, the pitch. Breaking ball, waved at and missed. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the night for Marvel. And James looking good tonight. He has faced the minimum through 3 hitless innings. And at the end of 3, it's the Tribe 2, bats nothing. 2-0 Indians going bottom 3 on a Fireworks Friday. Big crowd on hand here at Victory Field. Great weekend for baseball. I mean, it does not feel like August. High school football starting around Indiana this weekend, and almost feels like it's middle of October. Lows will be in the upper 50s tonight. Luckily, we'll be well gone from the ballpark, but nonetheless, very, very comfortable outside. The high barely above 80 today. As Jake Elmore leads off, takes a fastball down and in, ball 1. Jake reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning and came in to score Trayvon Robinson's RBI single. The 1-0. Elmore misses it, watches one miss low. 2 balls and no strikes as Maya falling behind. Elmore at 340, so he's 2 points behind Jake Cronenworth in that IL batting title race. 2-0, swung on and driven into right field. That ball's going to drop a hit. It's going to kick to the wall, and Elmore off to the races. He's at second, and playing the carom properly is Refsnyder, so Elmore will have to stop there with a leadoff double. But an extra base hit from Jake into the right field corner. Another double for Elmore, and that'll help that batting average. And the Indians have a man in scoring position to start the inning. Okay, Ke'Bryan Hayes batting. Indians already ahead 2-0. Hayes hitting .253. Takes a fastball in the inside corner, a strike. 93 miles an hour from Maya, strike 1. Elmore out at second, a modest lead for the time being. 0-1, swung on a high chopper back up the middle. The shortstop picks it up, bobbles it, and Rodriguez doesn't have a play. Everybody's safe. It'll be an infield hit. That ball looked to be going through, and Rodriguez got the footwork down, but couldn't quite squeeze it with the glove. Elmore moves up 90 feet. He'll go to third base, so they're at the corners with nobody out for Will Craig. Hayes, who had a 3-hit day yesterday, 1 for 2 so far tonight. He's at first, across the diamond from him. Elmore at third. Nobody down for the cleanup man, Will Craig. 21 home runs on the year. First pitch fastball sails outside, backhanded by Lavarnway, ball 1. Two runs on 3 hits for the Indians already, looking to get some breathing room. 1-0 the count. The pitch off speed, misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Maya has been living on the corners tonight. He's been paying the price a little bit for it. He's not been getting the call from Brian Peterson, the home plate umpire. (2-0). Swinging a chopper foul, third base side, off the Indians' dugout. The count 2-1. Craig with 21 homers and 70 RBIs on the year. And at the corners, nobody out. The 2-1. Will swings and rockets it through the right side. That's a base hit. Elmore will score, and it's 3-0. Craig's second RBI of the night. Shot that single the other way into right field. Hayes goes up to second on the play. So the first three men have reached double and a couple of singles, and here's Kevin Kramer. RBI number 71 of the year for Craig. That's the team lead, along with those 21 long balls. Quick visit on the mound for Lavarnway. He chatted with Keori Maya. Brian Peterson breaks up the meeting. Oh, Kevin Kramer, a chance to do some major damage. 2 on, nobody out, a run already in. The offering. Kramer takes it low and outside, ball 1. Kevin just off the injured list. Got some early work out in left field today with Brian Esposito hitting him various types of fly balls, both off the wall and shallow ones as well. As the 1-0 hit foul straight back and off the backstop, strike 1. It was the rain out on Tuesday night that Kevin stood out in the pouring rain before the game with Brian Esposito, and Espo was hitting him balls off the wall. Luckily, much drier conditions for Kramer tonight. Although that was in right center. Tonight he's in left. The 1-1. Up and away rather for a ball. 2 balls and a strike on Kevin, the former UCLA Bruin. 10 homers and 53 RBIs. One of a handful of Indians in double digits with home runs. Two 2-1. Hit foul straight back and right below the press box. 2 balls and 2 strikes. By the way, Craig's 71 RBIs, the most for a Tribe player since 2011 in a single season. Matt Haig drove in 75 and John Bowker 76. A look back at second by Maya. Stepping off the rubber in the process. Now on the first base side of it, gets the sign from Lavarnway. The 2-2. Breaking ball, and did that hit Kramer? He came tumbling down to the ground, and Brian Peterson says it did. It was a breaking ball that clipped his foot as he tumbled out of the way, and that'll load the bases. So things going from bad to worse for Keori Maya. A hit by pitch has loaded him up for Trayvon Robinson. Well, Kevin tried to get out of the way, but it hit the tip of his right foot. Replay indicates a clear hit by pitch. So Quad Box will return if you're watching along with us on Comcast or MILB.TV. Bases loaded, nobody out for Trayvon Robinson. Indians haven't had a grand slam since May 3rd against these bats. The pitch. Robinson swings and chops it foul. First base side for a strike, 0-1. In fact, Kramer, who just got hit on the foot, was the man that hit that grand slam on May 3rd here at the Vic. And the other was April 17th by Brian Reynolds against Toledo, also here at Victory Field. Trayvon, 7 homers in his account this year, 34 RBIs. The 0-1. Robinson swings, hits a line drive down the right field line, but foul. Just over the bat's bullpen. He was out in front of that one as he tried to hook it into the right field corner. So Trayvon behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Robinson, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against the righty Maya. A .309 batter. And with the Indians leading 3-0 and the bases full, a chance to give the Indians some big breathing room. And the way James Marvel's pitching, he won't need a whole lot. The 0-2. Robinson takes it a little bit inside. 94-mile-an-hour heat. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hayes at third, Craig at second, Kramer at first. 1 run already in on Will's RBI single. 3-0 Indians here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Time called is stepping off the rubber Maya. Playing in pretty shallow left field is Narciso Crook. In fact, Jose Siri in a couple of steps in center as well. Ref Snyder fairly deep in right. 1-2, swing and a miss. Reached for, on off speed, strike 3. Robinson with 2 strikes had to protect the plate and couldn't get the barrel to it. Big strikeout for Maya. It's out number 1. One away for Eric Wood. Wood struck out swinging against Maya to open the 2nd inning. 0 for 1 tonight. Third strikeout for Maya so far. First pitch, a curve in for a strike to Wood, 0-1. Eric with 9 home runs, looking to join that double-digit club, 27 RBIs. The 1-strike offering. Way outside for a ball, backhanded by Lavarnway. 1 ball and 1 strike. Omea, that was his 57th pitch of the night already, and he's only gotten 7 outs. Bases loaded, 1 down, and a 3-0 lead for the Tribe, looking for more. The 1-1. Woods swings and rockets it foul. First base side, a late swing off the end of the bat. He's behind in the count, 1-2. Wood hit over 400 for Team Canada at the Pan Am Games in Lima, Peru, earning a silver medal. One and 2 the count. Maya off the first base side of the rubber. Long look to get the sign from Lavarnway. Now from the belt. A look at third, the 1-2. Wood swings and fouls it back into the screen. Still 1 and 2. Eric, a couple years removed from being named as having the best power in the Pirates minor league system by Baseball America. Had 16 homers in back-to-back minor league campaigns. 9 this season. It's the 1-2. Wood swings and misses. Breaking ball tailing away, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Maya, 4 for the game, and if he can get out of this jam with just 1 run crossing, it would be a big lift for the Bats, even though they're down 3-0. 2 away, bases still loaded for Christian Kelly. Kelly, the Indians catcher, first pitch. Check swing, but doesn't matter. It's a called strike. Off speed at the knees, 0-1. 1 strike the count. Christian with 5 homers and 19 RBIs on the year. 182 hitter. He's been the primary number 1 catcher for the Indians. 0-1. Kelly takes a fastball down and in. 94 from Maya. 1 ball and 1 strike. Maya, that fastball has good life on it. Mid-90s. He was the prospect piece that came back for Mike Leake out to San Francisco a couple years back, along with Adam Duvall, who has had a resurgent campaign with Gwinnett this year. 1-1, a breaking ball on the outside corner, belt tie, a strike, 1-2. Maya, in fact, made his AAA debut against the Indians a couple years ago and has tried to establish himself at the minors' highest level. Also has 6 career appearances out of the Reds bullpen in the big leagues. The 1-2. Kelly swings and pops it foul. First base side off the top of the netting. Back down onto the field of play near the Bats dugout first base side. So the count will hold a ball and 2 strikes on Kelly. Indians ahead 3-0. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 1 and 2 the count on Christian as Maya, with the bases loaded, has gotten ahead of 3 straight hitters. The 1-2. Kelly swings and pops it foul. First base side into the second deck. Staying alive there. Those were 2 quality 2-strike pitches. 1 off speed. That one a fastball. But Kelly still in there, a ball and 2 strikes. Maya right on the edge of the first base side of the rubber. Peering into Lavarnway. Comes set at the belt. Now plateward, the 1-2. Kelly swing and a miss, strike three. He dialed it up 96 miles an hour. Maya limits the damage. He strikes out the side after the Indians load the bases with nobody out. Tribe do tack on another, and at the end of three, it's the Indians 3, Bats nothing. Now, the Indians sent 7 batters to the plate in the bottom of the third inning, but they had to settle for 1 run. Kaori Maya bore down and struck out the side after he hit Kevin Kramer to load the bases with nobody out and a run already in. But James Marvel now working with a 3-run lead, 3-0 as we go top 4 here at Victory Field on a Fireworks Friday. Marvel has faced the minimum so far. His first pitch to Jose Siri swung on and hit high into the air out in shallow right. Elmore, the second baseman, out to make the call and the catch in shallow right, calling off Eric Wood. 1 pitch, 1 out for James Marvel. Siri, the Reds' number 15 prospect, his woes continue at the plate since being promoted. He's 0 for 2. Well, Narciso Crook has cooled off a little bit since becoming an everyday player. He was a pinch hit extraordinaire when he first came up to the bats. In fact, he burned the Indians a number of times in Louisville. It's the first pitch from Marvel on the outside corner of fastball strike, 0-1. Narciso Crook looked at strike 3 back in the first inning. The Bats have had 1 base runner reached on the error by Ke'Bryan Hayes. Alex Blandino did in the second. 0-1, chopped foul, third base side into the Indians dugout. 2 quick strikes on Narciso Crook. Hitting .281, 10 homers and 32 RBIs on the year. Marvel has only needed 37 pitches to get 10 outs. The 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Off speed in on the hands. Third strikeout for Marvel, and there's 2 down. So he's averaging about 3 pitches an out, which is incredibly efficient. And Marvel's got another out. 2 down here in the top of the 4th on 4 pitches. Here's Christian Colon. 10 homers, but 65 runs driven in. The pitch at the knees, a strike, 0-1. Colon, that average hovering right around 300, 293 entering tonight. 0-1, he swings and hits it foul down the third base line on the ground. It'll carry him into shallow left field. Cole Tucker will sprint out and grab it. And he's hustling after it and hustling back to his position because the Indians infielders and outfielders as well, they know the kind of rhythm that Marvel's in right now. They don't want to disrupt it. James ahead 0-2. Off the third base side of the rubber, Marvel looking for a second straight punch out. He kicks and deals. Misses down and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Marvel entering play tonight had thrown 144 in a third innings this year. He eclipsed 167 last year between high A and double A. The 1-2. Breaking ball in there, strike 3. Belt high on the inner half. Marvel got him looking. Boy, James is working on something special tonight. He has faced the minimum through 4 innings. After 3.5, it's the Indians 3, Bats nothing. Now, James Marvel dominating here tonight. He'll lead off the bottom of the 4th inning and takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Looking to help his own cause more than he already has on the mound. He's been masterful tonight. He's ahead 1-0 as Maya, the 1-0 pitch on the inside corner, a strike, 1-1. Indians leading 3-0 in support of Marvel, who has faced the minimum through 4 innings, only needing 42 pitches to do so. 1-1, a curveball catches the outside corner, and it's 1-2 from Maya, who fanned 3 straight batters after he loaded the bases with nobody out in the third. 1-2 is swung on and chopped up the third base line. This one's going to be a tough play for Colon. His throw to first, not in time. Infield hit for Marvel. His second hit with the Tribe. And the leadoff man aboard ahead of Cole Tucker. Well, Marvel won't get much of a break, at least right now anyway, as he'll be on the bases. With nobody out, Cole Tucker stepping in. Tucker has walked and flown to left with a run scored. Came in on the sac fly by Will Craig in the first inning for the first run of the game. The pitch. Tucker takes it low and outside, off speed, ball one. Tucker hitting .266. 1-0 the count. 1-0. Fastball low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Marvel being held aboard by Nick Longy at first base. The 2-0. Tucker takes it low and outside, 3-0. Maya has not really been anywhere close to Cole Tucker. He's behind 3-0. 3-0. Tucker taking all the way, takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 3-1. We mentioned Marvel 42 pitches through 4 innings. Maya is at 74 through 3+. The 3-1 grounded hard down the first baseline under the glove of Longy into right field. Marvel takes a turnaround second, but he'll stop there as Longy tried to scoop it on the ground and looked into the glove and didn't have anything there. Tucker able to pull it by him. We'll see how they score it. It's a base hit for Tucker. That ball scorched. 2 on, nobody out for Jake Elmore, who doubled into the right field corner his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Elmore moving back ahead of Cronenworth with that double, now at 343, the league leader. 2 on, nobody out. Indians ahead 3-0. The pitch, a curveball misses outside, ball 1. An infield hit by Marvel. And then Tucker able to slap one through the right side immediately after. 2 on, nobody out. But Maya has almost pitched better with a lot of traffic behind him tonight. He trails 3-0. The 1-0. Taken over but low. 2 balls and no strikes, 94 miles an hour. A hitter's count here for Elmore. Jake impressive in game 2 of the doubleheader on Wednesday night. His time called. Jeff Facero going out to chat with Maya, the Louisville pitching coach. Nobody up in the bullpen just yet for Louisville. And Facero will bring over Nick Longy and also Alex Blandino joining the conversation, and Christian Colon for good measure as well. The only infielder not invited to the party is Alfredo Rodriguez out there at short. Big opportunity. Indians have 2 on, nobody out, a 3-run lead already, and the meat of the order up. With the way Marvel's pitching right now, a 3-run lead feels like a 9-run lead. But as we learned in game 1 of the Twin Bill on Wednesday, no lead is big enough. Indians ahead 7-0 in game 1 Wednesday, did not emerge victorious. But it's been a good start here in this one. As Maya set at the belt, the pitch. Elmore takes a strike on the inside corner, 2-1. But on Wednesday night, when Jake fouled that ball off his ankle, didn't think he was going to continue in the game, but he got back up after a couple of minutes, and the very next pitch, he homered. It's the 2-1. Elmore takes it over but low, 3-1. And now the bullpen is going to get busy for the bats. Facero a little frustrated because nobody sees what he's motioning. He's got a walkie-talkie, but I don't think anybody's picking up on the other end. 3-1 on Elmore. 2 aboard, nobody out. The offering. Jake swings and slaps it foul down the third base line. Kicks into the Indians bullpen. 3-2 the count. Justin Grimm, a right-hander, is going down to, I think, hand deliver the message as to who should warm up. Jackson Stevens, a righty, starting to throw. The payoff. Elmore swings and hits it underneath the glove of Colon into left field. They're going to hold Marvel, who got tripped up by Colon, and Marvel will stop at third. And let's see what they call here. Colon did not get out of the way of Marvel. It'll be a base hit for Elmore. He's 2 for 3. And Marvel, luckily not hurt. Colon, unhappy he didn't make the play, didn't get out of the way, and Marvel might have sold that a little bit, but either way, interesting to see there as everybody moves up a base. Marvel to third, Tucker to second. Elmore his second hit of the night. He's 2 for 3. With the bases loaded, nobody out for a second straight inning. Here's Ke'Bryan Hayes. 3-0 already. The pitch. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. This could be the end of the night for Maya. He continues to pile up the pitches, and Stevens just about ready down the right field line. The 1-0. Hayes swings and hits it back up the middle into center field, a hit. Marvel will score. They'll hold Tucker at third. Second hit of the night for Hayes. It's 4-0. Bases remain loaded and still nobody out. Well, Marvel able to go station to station there after leading the inning off with an infield hit. There's nobody out, so he'll still get a breather, one would think, in the dugout. Still nobody out, a run in, and Mayo will be given at least one more batter. It looks like Jody Davis not going out there. Bases loaded for Will Craig, Indians home run leader. The pitch. Will swings and bounces it to the left side. Colon picks it up. He'll fire home for 1. The throw to first is in time. Double play. I don't know about that. A delayed call by Dan Merzel. Boy, oh boy, it looked like Craig had gotten across the bag ahead of that throw. As ruled, it'll be a 5-2-3 double play. Clearly got the out at home. Oh, Craig was safe by a mile. Oh, my. I mean, it's a 5-2-3 double play strictly because Dan Merzel said it is. Or John Mang, excuse me. Merzel across the diamond tonight. So John Mang, the man that calls him out. And from our first base camera, he is easily safe. So a double play as Kevin Kramer swings, hits one off the end of the bat toward left field. Moving over to the chalk line is Narciso Crook, and he makes the catch for out number 3. I mean, that changes the complexion of the game dramatically. Indians could have had a couple more that inning, but instead they have to settle for 1. At the end of 4, it's the Tribe 4, bats nothing. Indians have scored in every half inning but 1, and James Marvel has faced the minimum through 4 innings. Top 5 we go. Indians ahead 4-0. Here's Howard.
Thanks, Andrew. And Rob Refsnyder leads off and takes a breaking ball for a strike. Marvel has struck out 4. The only base runner, Alex Blandino, who reached on an error. And a breaking ball low and away, ball 1, 1-1. Marvel looks in. He winds and pitches. Breaking ball hit in the air, foul, right side out of play. He's thrown him 3 straight curveballs. At the end of 5 innings in Pittsburgh, Cincinnati 1, Pittsburgh nothing. Here it's the Indians 4, Louisville nothing. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball fouled back out of play. The first fastball he threw him in this plate appearance. 1-2. Indians 4 runs on 8 hits. Marvel winds and pitches. Swung on, drilled, past Hayes, base hit left field. I thought Ke'Bryan might catch it, a liner that really took off. And that's the first hit of the game for Louisville. It just sailed over Ke'Bryan's head. And now Alex Blandino, who reached on the error by Hayes his first time up. The Bats with their first hit. Fastball, strike at the knees, 0-1. Marvel looks in. Here's his stretch. Ref Snyder leads. The pitch is a fastball in at the knees. Strike two. 0-2. And again, the right-hander looks in and he stretches, and a throw over, not in time. Infield double play depth. 0-2 pitch. Low and outside, ball 1-1-2. Marvel stretches and delivers. And low and away with a curveball. 2-2. And again, the right-hander looks in. Here's his stretch. And his pitch drilled to left field. Kramer on the move. He's not going to get it. It's going to bounce up against the wall. It'll be a double, with Ref Snyder going to third and runners at second and third, nobody out. Blandino ripped it. Nick Longy, the batter, he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play that was neatly turned by Tucker and Elmore. Longy will stand in from the right side. See what happens. You leave for a minute. Line drive single, line drive double. And a fastball ground ball to shortstop. A run will score. Runner at second holds. Tucker's got it. Throw pulls Craig off the bag. He applies the tag. Nice play by Will on a throw to the home plate side of first base. RBI for Longy, scoring Ref Snyder with the infield back. It's the Indians 4, Louisville 1.
Well, Howard will get this date in baseball history going.
Yes, sir.
A stat you'll like, this date, 1958, Nellie Fox had a streak of 98 consecutive games without striking out end when Whitey Ford fans him.
Who would not appreciate that, especially in this day and age? And Nellie Fox was a Hall of Famer, second baseman. The following year, the White Sox won the pennant, and he was the American League's MVP. The batter, Ryan Lavarnway, the former Indian, fly deep to center his first time up. One out and a runner at second, a run in. Curveball is a strike, but Nellie Fox and Luis Aparicio and the Go-Go Sox, a couple of Hall of Famers, and they won it all in '59. The Yankees had won 9 pennants in 10 years, but the Sox were not to be denied that '59 season. And there's a pitch low inside. And I'll also tell you, Nellie Fox used a big barrel bat, would choke up too.
1961, Howard, the Giants led 4-0 going to the ninth inning at Crosley. They scored 10 runs in the top of the ninth inning to win 14-0. Orlando Cepeda, Felipe Alou, Willie Mays, Jim Davenport all homering that inning.
They had a terrific ball club. Here's a looper into left field. That may fall, and it will. Base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Blandino on the RBI hit by Lavarnway, the third hit of the inning. It's the Indians 4, Louisville 2. Christian Kelly out to the mound. Giants were really good then. The one thing that they lacked those years, they were not that strong at second and short. The Dodgers had Maury Wills at shortstop. Of course, they were very strong in center field, were the Giants with Willie Mays, but not that strong second and short. And the Reds, in that year you mentioned, Andrew, 1961, the Reds won their first pennant in 21 years, since 1940, managed by Freddie Hutchinson, former pitcher and one tough guy. Here's Alfredo Rodriguez. He flied to center his first time up. Fastball low inside.
1979, Rickey Henderson becoming the youngest player in Major League history to steal 3 bases in a game. An 8-6 win over Cleveland.
And 3 years later, he'd steal 130 to set the record in a season. Breaking ball outside, ball 2-0. And I think it's fair to say that Rickey Henderson was the greatest leadoff man in baseball history. I mean, he'd homer, he'd walk, he'd get on great on-base percentage, steal bases. The righty stretches and delivers. Low ball. 3-0.
Gaylord Perry, Howard, on this date 1982, getting ejected for applying a foreign substance to the ball. And even though he was suspected for a long time, it was the first time he had actually been thrown from a game for it.
Fastball is a strike, and he later would write a book called Me and the Spitter. So what does that tell you? And he admitted it. It bothered a lot of people. He used to infuriate Bobby Mercer when they played the Yankees. 3-1 pitch. Bouncing ball hit slowly to third. Here comes Hayes. Belt high hop. Throw to second. Out. On to first. Not in time. From Hayes to Elmore, they choke off the lead man Lavarnway, and there are 2 down. And Gaylord Perry became the first man to win the Cy Young Award in both major leagues, a Hall of Famer. Now here's a question I not only put to you, but put to our listeners. Do you believe that Gaylord Perry should be in the Hall of Fame? And he is in the Hall of Fame. And the reason I say that is, if you have an issue with those guys who took steroids being in the Hall of Fame, and I do, and many of you do, then I think you should have an issue with Perry being in the Hall of Fame, and I do. Pitches a strike, because what he did was performance enhancing with the spitter. And there were guys who did it, but nobody as blatantly as he, and nobody who came out and admitted it the way he did. Throw over, not in time. Kaori Maya, the batter, struck out his first time up, so I'm glad you brought up Perry. He was a great competitor, terrific pitcher, won over 300 games. 0-1 pitch, low for a ball.
Well, speaking of controversy, Howard, our final one, 1998, Barry Bonds becoming the first player to join the 400-400 club, hit his 400th home run after stealing 438 bases.
Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Well, to me, Barry Bonds, and I think most people would agree, was a Hall of Fame player before the steroids. And then he became a superhuman player. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3, side retire. At the end of 4.5, the Indians 4, Louisville 2. Bottom of the 5th. Louisville with 2 in the top of the inning. Indians ahead 4-2. Meanwhile, they're in the bottom of the 6th in Pittsburgh. Cincinnati 1, Pittsburgh 0.
Mitch Keller's been sensational tonight, Howard. Aristides Aquino homered off of him in the first inning, but he has settled in. 6 innings, 1 run on 4 hits, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts for Mitch. He's only at 81 pitches. He could go back out for the 7th. We'll see.
Okay, and Trayvon Robinson leads off. He's got an RBI single, and he struck out. Maya delivers. Foul back. He had a big cut at a 92-mile-an-hour fastball and fouled it back on the screen. Strike 1. Indians leading 4-2, bottom of the 5th. Oh, 1 delivered. Breaking ball low, ball 1. Eric Wood on deck. 1-1 pitch. Rip foul, right side. And it's 1-2. And a fastball high and away, ball 2, 2-2. The right-hander again looks in and he delivers. Swung on, fly ball, center field. Sierra hustling, now it's sailing on him. It goes over his head. He bobbles it on the warning track. Robinson will head to third, and the throw will not be in time. Well, it carried farther than he thought it would. Then when he picked it up, he dropped it. Trayvon Robinson at third base. It's a triple. And the batter, Eric Wood, who has struck out swinging twice on outside breaking pitches. Infield in. Breaking ball is a strike. Oh and 1. Mejia stretches and delivers. Fastball inside at the knees. Ball 1-1-1. And again, the right-hander's stretch and his pitch. Another fastball inside at the knees. Ball 2. Durham ahead of Gwinnett 5-0 at the end of 6. Durham coming off the 4-game sweep at the hands of Charlotte. Breaking ball is a strike, 2-2. Scranton ahead of Lehigh Valley 5-3 in the 5th. This week, Scranton's played better after hitting a skid. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball. One man out. And the batter is Christian Kelly. Columbus ahead of Toledo 12-2 at the end of 4 innings. Wow. Columbus clinched the IL West last night. The pitch inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a foul to the right side, out of play. One ball, one strike. Mejia stretches and delivers. Bouncing ball to the second baseman. Throw to the plate. Slide, tag, out. Blandino, the second baseman, fielded it on the third base side of second. Threw quickly and accurately to Lavarnway, and the sliding Robinson tagged out 4-2. Now James Marvel. Fastball fouled back on the screen. Strike 1. He was out trying to bunt. He struck out. Then he beat out an infield hit and scored. Leading off the 4th. 0-1 pitch. Low and away with a breaking ball. One ball, one strike. And a fastball is outside, ball 2, 2-1. Mejia stretches and delivers. Fastball fouled back, right side, out of play, 2-2. Nice catch by a fan. The 2-2 delivery is low and away with a breaking ball. And the count's full. The right-hander sets and delivers. Foul back with Kelly on the move and 2 down. Full count. And again, the 3-2 pitch. Grounded sharply and foul. And Jonathan Schwind tried to catch it. It was hit hard. The Indians' third base coach had it go off his right hand, hit his right leg. He played a little soccer there for a minute. And the 3-2 is outside. He walked the opposing pitcher. See if Jody Day. Yep, here comes Jody Davis. The former big league catcher. Caught with the Cubs when they won the NL East in 1984. And he'll make a pitching change. Cole Tucker, the batter, played very well tonight, coming back from a bruised foot. Walked and scored, fly to left, single to right. Has played a very good game at shortstop. Runners lead first and second. Slow curve, strike called over the outside corner, belt high. Bottom of the fifth. Indians ahead 4-2. Pirates have tied it up in the last of the sixth, 1-1. Still batting. Fastball inside. The runners try to advance. Here's the throw to third, not in time. Off the mitt of Lavarnway. He didn't react quickly at first. It didn't go that far from him and may have been caught off guard with the runners advancing. Inside pitch. So a ball and a strike on Cole. Wild pitch charge to Stevens. Kelly to third and Marvel to second. Tucker holding that bat straight up. He hits it in the air, foul, left side out of play. 1-2. And the right-hander again looks in. The runners lead second and third, 2 outs, bottom of the fifth. Stevens sets and delivers. Did he swing? Yes. They asked the third base ump. Dan Merzelli said he swung at the low inside breaking ball. Cole didn't think so. Strike 3, side retired after 5. Indians 4, Louisville 2. Okay, we move to the 6th inning, and moving in behind the mic is Andrew Kappas.
Thanks, Howard. Indians lead by a pair. James Marvel back out after he gave up 2 runs in the top of the 5th. Carried a no-hitter into that inning. Leading off this frame for Louisville, Jose Siri. 0 for 2 tonight. The Reds' number 15 prospect. Hit .251 with 11 home runs at Double-A Chattanooga. He's a fast runner, and he's got a little pop as well, but just hasn't shown much since getting to the bats offensively. The pitch taken a little bit down and in, ball 1. Defensively, a lot of scouts think he's ready to play center field in the big leagues right now, but that bat, as we've said, he's only hitting .138 with Louisville. Small sample size as the 1-0 on the outside corner, a strike. 1-1. He's 9 for 67 with Louisville. 2 doubles, no homers, and 3 RBIs. Does have 26 steals on the year, though, between Chattanooga and Louisville this year. 1-1, a check swing and a pitch outside. He went around, they appealed down, and John Mang confirmed he swung the bat. So Marvel ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Siri not too pleased, but Marvel in control here. 1-2, a breaking ball down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count even. Marvel working right in the middle of the pitching rubber. Kicks and deals. Swung on, a bouncer to third. 2 hops, gloved by Hayes. Fires across. Siri can fly, but he got him by a half step. Nice job by Key Bryant. He didn't rush there, and he trusted his arm, as he so often does, and he throws out the speedster for out number 1. Good start for Marvel, retiring the leadoff man. He's done that in every inning but that 2-run 5th. When Narciso Crook steps in, he has struck out both times against Marvel, once swinging and once looking. Marvel, a tap of the glove, the stutter step, and the pitch. Swung on and grounded hard, but foul. Just past the Indians' camera well. Their dugout third base side for strike 1. Crook with 10 home runs and 32 RBIs on the season. Marvel has this sign from Kelly. 0-1 is popped foul. Just to our right, first base side off the sweet level, and a nice catch. Young man wearing, I think, a Russell Wilson jersey. Russell Wilson used to be a baseball player, and well, he looked like a baseball player there. Snow cone grab off the wall. Nicely done. That's why you bring the glove. It's a souvenir because of it, as the 0-2 misses up and in for a ball. 1-2. One and two the count on Narciso Crook. The leg kick and the deal. Crook swing and a miss, strike 3. Good off speed from Marvel. And the hat trick for Crook. Marvel has struck him out 3 times. Half of the 6 punch outs authored by James tonight. Narciso Crook, 2 down in the inning. Christian Colon batting with the bases empty. He's looked at strike 3 and has popped it up to first. 0 for 2. The pitch misses outside for a ball. 1-0. Alongside Howard Kelman, I'm Andrew Kappas. Sam Rumsa back in our Fox Sports 1260 studios. He'll be along with you for Indians post-game extra. Jordan Shue down the hall, doing a great job directing the television broadcast. Alec getting some good angles on camera 2 upstairs. I can't think of anyone I'm missing. 1-0 swing and a miss for a strike. 1-1. Certain rivals in that booth as well doing a great job. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good off speed. Breaking ball there, in fact, actually, from Marvel. Hasn't flashed it too often tonight, but he's ahead 1-2. The 1-2, chopped up the third base side. Going to be a tough play. Barehanded by Hayes. Throws on the run. Does he have his man? No. Boy, they called Will Craig out earlier tonight when he was safe by over a half step, and that one was bang, bang. But the bats get the benefit of the call again. Great play by Hayes just to make it interesting. Most third basemen put that ball in their pocket. But Hayes, a bare hand pickup off his back heel to throw. And he did appear to be safe. A good stretch by Craig, but nonetheless, Hayes just making it interesting. Infield hit for Colon will keep the inning alive for Rob Refsnyder. Throw over, Colon lunges back to the bag. Refsnyder broke up the no-hitter with a line drive single to lead off the 5th. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Throw over again, lunging back, Colon. Two outs in the inning. Indians ahead 4-2. They've had their chances to kind of expand this lead, and the bats have been hanging around. Pitch to Refsnyder on the inside corner, a fastball for a strike, 0-1. The Indians are just 5 for 14 with runners in scoring position. They've had that many at bats, but they have left the bases loaded a couple of times with minimal damage. They've left 9 on base in 5 innings. Throw over, and lunging back again is Colon. He's a threat to run. He really excelled on the base paths against the Indians earlier in the year, and then the Tribe able to shut him down once the playbook was out. The pitch in the dirt, smothered by Kelly. Colon gave it a look. He took one step towards second base, but elected to stay put at first, and wisely done, as Kelly was able to corral that. It had only gone underneath of him, not behind him. 1 ball, 1 strike, though, on Refsnyder. Reds chose to bring Brian O'Grady up instead of Refsnyder as the 1-1 swung on and hit out to the air in right field. Backpedaling is Eric Wood, and he'll make the catch. Out number 3. Well, Marvel pitches around the 2-out infield hit, and after 5.5, it's the Indians 4, bats 2. 4-2 Indians. Bottom 6 we go. A gorgeous sunset shaping up behind us here at Victory Field. It's been a beautiful night. Temperatures in the low 80s, really upper 70s most of the day. It's a pleasant evening out there right now. Fireworks show will follow after this ball game on a Fireworks Friday. The second to last Fireworks Friday of the year. We'll have another one 1 week from tonight as Jake Elmore leads off. The pitch to Jake, swung on and popped foul. First base side and out of play. 0-1 against Jackson Stevens. Indians ahead 4-2, and Elmore, after briefly falling behind Cronenworth, is once again the league's leading hitter. 2 for 3 tonight. The 0-1. Elmore takes a curveball at the knees to strike. It's 0-2. Elmore a fielder's choice in the first, but he doubled into the right field corner in the third and singled to left in the fourth. 0-2. Elmore a check swing, but it's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Got him looking. Outer half there. Stevens has faced 2 batters and has struck both of them out. 2 up, 2 down for him. 1 away, though, here in the bottom of the 6th for Ke'Bryan Hayes. Hayes 2 for 3, a couple of singles and an RBI. He's had a good couple of nights at the plate. The first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0. Hayes swings, hits a line drive out into center. That's a base hit. Back-to-back 3-hit games for Ke'Bryan Hayes. He's 3 for 4. Okay, 3 straight at bats with singles. His bat's starting to heat up again. Well, Will Craig, the batter, a 1-out base runner in front of him. Michael Feliz, after Mitch Keller came in and came back out for the 7th, allowed the first 2 men to reach. He has struck out 2 men in a row, and he's ahead 1-2 on O'Grady. What a job that would be. And he does do it. He strikes out O'Grady. The pitch misses up and away for a ball to Will Craig, 1-0. And I tell you what, Michael Feliz is quietly having a really good year with the Pirates. After struggling early, he has posted up some gaudy numbers lately.
The last month and a half or so, he's been really good, and he's lowered what was a very high ERA into respectability.
1-0 on Will. Hayes on the move. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Throw down to second, not nearly in time. It kicks off the glove of Blandino, and the ball out into shallow right field. Blandino and Hayes kind of collided, and the umpire says Blandino did not impede Hayes' progress to get up and try to go to third. I don't think Hayes realized the ball kicked away, but it's a steal for Ke'Bryan, and he's in scoring position. He got there in plenty of time, but then the ball got away. Went off the heel of the glove of Blandino, and then Blandino kind of tripped over Hayes. But Hayes out at second after the stolen base. 1-1 on Will Craig.
Then he had his glove on Hayes when he didn't have the ball. He was doing everything he can, try to do it legally to keep Hayes from going to third.
The 1-1. Craig swinging a miss for a strike, 1-2. Key Bryan, by the way, 8 for his last 11. With that single with one out here in this inning. He's 3 for 4 tonight. It's only the second time in his pro career he's had back-to-back 3 or more hit games. He had a pair of 4 hit contests to end the season last year with Altoona. The 1-2 to Will Craig. Will swings and fouls it back into the screen. Still 1-2. Craig tonight, a couple of RBIs, one on a single, the other on a sac fly. He's also grounded into a controversial 5-2-3 double play when the bases were loaded. Certainly looked like he had beaten it by at least a half step, but John Mang didn't agree at first base. Stevens off the first base side of the rubber. The 1-2. Craig swings and chops it foul to stay alive. So that'll close the book, by the way, on Mitch Keller, who did give up those 2 hits to start the inning, but allows just 1 run over 6 innings. But if you're watching along with us, you can see Craig was well ahead of that throw at first base. And that play wouldn't have led to a run directly, but would have made that inning much more threatening. The bases would have stayed loaded with 1 out. Let's see if he can do some more damage here. The 1-2. Up and in. Did that get Will on the helmet? Will goes down on the ground. He's awarded first base. He was able to turn. Athletic trainer Drew Scott hustling out. Craig appears to be okay. I think that might have grazed his helmet. We'll take another look at it to see exactly where this got Will. Yeah, that grazed his helmet right above the visor. But luckily he was able to turn the helmet. And athletic trainer Drew Scott waving everybody off. He says he's fine. Brian Esposito out to double check on his first baseman. Boy, that's a scary play. That was a 93-mile-an-hour fastball that he was able to turn and get out of the way of. Stevens was ahead 1-2, but hits him. And that puts runners at first and second with 1 out.
And I think you had the key word, grazed.
Well, it took the sticker off his helmet. Not completely, but it's coming off now. That just added about 5 minutes or so to Bobby Martin's night. Get that sticker back on the helmet. 1 out in the inning for Kevin Kramer, 2 aboard. The pitch. On the outside corner, bell tie, a strike, 0-1. Kramer tonight has walked, been hit by a pitch on the foot, and has flown to left. 0 for 1 officially. Getting 253 with 10 home runs. The 1-strike offering. Misses down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Stevens, who had struck out the first 2 batters he had faced, Tucker to end the 5th and Elmore to start the 6th, has given up a single and a hit batter. 2 on, 1 out as the Indians look to add to their 4-2 lead. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First of a stretch in which the Indians are home 8 of 9. 1-1. Kramer swings and hits it foul off of Ryan Lavarnway, his old teammate. 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes the count. Hayes at second, Craig at first. What a wild game with Gwinnett and Durham. Gwinnett was trailing 5-0 after 7. Gwinnett scored 8 times to take an 8-5 lead. They're trying to hold off Charlotte. I don't know if they'll be able to. It's the 1-2, swung on a little flare out in right center. It's going to drop a hit. Hayes had to hold up, so he's only able to move to third. Craig advances to second. And for a 3rd time tonight, a 3rd different time, the Indians will load the bases.
What a devastating loss that would be for Durham, which is coming off the 4-game sweep at the hands of Charlotte. Their slim playoff hopes could be gone if they lose that game.
They would drop to 6.5 back of Gwinnett. Charlotte surging right now. They're the hottest team in the IL. Not sure what they're doing tonight, but
I didn't see him on the list. They might have the night off.
if there might be a preseason game there in Charlotte.
That's it.
Pitch to Trayvon with the bases loaded. Swing and a miss through a curveball. Strike one. Robinson batting with the bases loaded for the second time tonight. He struck out in the third inning for the first out of the frame. There's already one out here, but the bases loaded. Indians ahead 4-2. Trayvon has tripled and singled tonight. 0-1. Robinson takes a strike on the inner half. Bell tie at 94. 0-2. Two strikes the count on Robinson. Tribe have 2 grand slams this year, the last being on May 3rd. Kevin Kramer did it here at the Vic against these bats. The 0-2. Robinson swinging a foul. Did Lavarnway hang on? He did. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Stevens, his third of the night. Oh, it's up to Eric Wood to get the runs in. 2 down in the inning, bases loaded. Tribe leading by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Wood tonight has struck out all 3 times. But his night can change in a big way with a big hit here. 9 homers, 27 RBIs on the campaign. Stevens from the letters, the pitch. Misses outside, ball 1.
Well, the first 2 times Eric struck out on fastballs away and on breaking balls away rather, and the last time on a fastball in.
1-0 the count on Wood. Bases loaded, 2 down. The pitch. A little bit outside. 2 balls and no strikes. So a hitter's count here for Woody with nowhere to put him. 2-0 on the Indians right fielder. Stevens from the first base side of the rubber. The 2-0. Wood takes it outside. It's 3-0. Catcher Christian Kelly on deck, but nowhere to put Eric Wood. Loaded with 2 down, but a 3-0 count. Stevens took a breather on the second base side of the mound, but he's back on the rubber. Comes set, now is plateward with the 3-0. Fastball at the knees, a strike, 3-1. He dialed it up to 95 there to get a strike, but he's still got some work to do. 3-1. Hayes at third, Craig at second, Kramer at first. 2 down, the 3-1 on the way to Eric. Wood, a check swing and a pitch that's a little bit high, ball 4. An MHS walk for health forces in a run, and it's 5-2. And Stevens is barking at home plate umpire Brian Peterson as he thought he had Wood struck out there on the 3-2, or rather thought he had him strike 2. But either way, it's called high, and it forces in Key Bryant.
I can understand Stevens being upset.
It's an MHS walk for health. An RBI for Woody. They remain loaded for Christian Kelly. Bullpen is still quiet for Jody Davis and the bats. The pitch to Kelly. Christian swings and pops it foul off the end of his bat. First base side, and it'll carry on out of play for a strike. 0-1. Christian, the hero from last Sunday. One of the heroes, I should say. Hayes had the game-tying 3-run homer in the bottom of the 9th. Kelly blooped the single out and left that walked it off for the Indians in the 10th against Lehigh Valley. 5 homers, 19 RBIs on the year. The 0-1. Kelly swing and a miss. Quickly behind 0-2. Five to 2 Indians. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Stevens has his sign from Lavarnway. The 2-strike offering. Kelly watches it go up and away. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Off the first base side of the rubber. The 1-2. Kelly, high heater, swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Stevens fans the side, but around 2 singles, a hit batter, and a walk. Eric Wood walking with the bases full, so that lead expands, but the Indians have left 12 men on base in the first 6 innings. At the end of 6, it's the Indians 5, Bats 2. 5-2 Indians going to the 7th inning here at Victory Field. James Marvel, big game James, out for his 7th inning. He's pitched well tonight, 1 bumpy inning back in the 5th, and that's been it. His offense has scored in all but 2 half innings, but they have left 12 men on base tonight through 6 innings, but still lead 5-2 as Marvel goes back to work. Alex Blandino leads off, first rounder by the Reds a few years back out of Stanford. Blandino awaits the first pitch, a breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 1. When we saw the bats back in May, he was rehabbing with Louisville. He tore his ACL and missed last season. It's the 0-1. Misses down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Marvel off the third base side, the stunner step, and 1-1. Breaking ball, the outside corner, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing and one that was in the dirt. Good block by Kelly, but he did hold up on it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blandino has reached on an error and doubled today. The 2-2. Swung on, a little flare out in the shallow center. That ball is going to drop in front of Robinson, a hit. Blandino got jammed, I think, but he still fought it off into center. Leadoff single, just the 2nd time tonight that the Bats have had their first guy on. The only other inning, that 2-run 5th. So Blandino aboard in front of Nick Longy, who's grounded to short twice, one time being a 6-4-3 double play, the other netting the Bats their first run of the game. He's got an RBI in his account tonight. The number 29 Reds prospect, according to MLB.com. 11 homers and 50 RBIs on the year. Swings through a first pitch fastball, strike 1. Will Craig holding at Blandino aboard at first. Indians lead by 3. The 0-1. Misses outside for a ball, 1-1. Indians in pretty good shape bullpen-wise. Montana Durapo, Jeff Hartley ball rested. Davidas Neverauskas, it's been 3 days since he went 3 innings. I think Espo would like to give him at least 1 more night, but could be used if needed as the 1-1 misses down and in. 2-1. It looks like it's, I think that's Jeff Hartley starting to throw down the left field line. Actually, that might be as the 2-1, a bouncer to left side, past a diving Key Brian Hayes, kicked off his glove a bit and into left field. Great effort by Key just to get a piece of leather on it, but it kicks into left field, and first 2 men have reached for the bats. And let's see if that'll draw out pitching coach Brian Hickerson to buy that bullpen some time. Hartley loosening down the left field line. Marvel at 89 pitches, but with only a 3-run lead, the tying run now at the plate in the form of Ryan Lavarnway, the former Indian. And Brian Hickerson, the Indians pitching coach, will in fact go out. We mentioned Charlotte, the hottest team in the IL besides Syracuse right now. They're surging, just a 1.5 games back in the South. They got rained out tonight in uptown Charlotte, and it had to be a monsoon for that to happen because we've seen them wait around. But they'll play 2 tomorrow. See if Gwinnett can hold them off. Gwinnett down 5-0, scored 8 in 1 frame to go ahead 8-5 in the 7th. And that's where they lead now in the 8th. Toledo and Columbus are only an inning behind us, but 19 runs are in. Good old Huntington Park. Columbus leading Toledo 14-5. So no hangover after the celebration last night. At least not one evident by the scoreboard. No Hickerson back to the dugout. 2 on and nobody out. The pitch swung on, bouncer to third. Hayes has got it on 2 hops. Fires to Elmore for 1. Relay to first in time. Double play. Around the horn. Big grounder Marvel induces, and the Indians turn it for 2. Beautifully done by both Hayes and Elmore, and Craig didn't even have to stretch. Blandino goes to third, but just like that, there's 2 down in the inning. Alfredo Rodriguez, the batter, he's flown to center and bounced into a fielder's choice. Breaking ball in for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Pitcher spot on deck. It'll be a pinch hitter, though. So there's bullpen activity for Louisville down the right field line. 0-1, pop foul, first base side and out of play. It's 0-2. Sal Romano warming up for Louisville. But the Indians leading 5-2. Marvel an out away from finishing up what has been an outstanding night for him. 0-2, swung on and grounded to short. 3 hops for Tucker. He's got it, throws across. It's low, but dug out by Craig, and that's the inning. Nicely done by Will to scoop it up and end the frame. And Marvel pitches around a couple of singles that open the inning. Let's stretch here at Victory Field after 6.5. It's the Indians 5, Bats 2. Sal Romano, the new pitcher for Louisville. They make the Indiana 8-1-1 call to the bullpen as the Indians ahead 5-2. As we stretch at Victory Field, a packed house and a fireworks Friday. Fireworks show to follow here tonight, the penultimate fireworks Friday of the year. We'll have another 1 week from tonight, as well as a show after the game next Saturday. Indians will have a pinch hitter that'll open up the bottom of the 7th. So James Marvel, his fantastic day officially done as Hunter Owen will hit for him. Marvel 7 innings, only 2 runs on 6 hits, and he's in line to win the game and stay perfect with the Indians. Came in with a 4-0 record. He pitched great tonight. Owen 4 homers, 9 RBIs since being promoted from Double-A Altoona. Pinch hitting is the pitch. Bounces in for a ball from Romano, ball 1. It's been a while since we've had a National League game. Indians pinch hitters this year hitting .250 with 1 home run. Trayvon Robinson, the lone pinch hit homer this year. It's the 1-0. Swung on and chopped foul. That one got Owen on the foot. It bounced all the way out toward third base. The count 1-1. That one hurts. Hit off the side of the foot. I think it might have gotten the ground and his foot and kicked up toward third base. 1 strike, 1 ball and 1 strike, the count on Owen. The Eastern League came out with their postseason awards today. He was not on the list because he didn't have enough games or at-bats to qualify. It's the 1-1. Owen swings and he hits it high into the air in left field. Coming in a few steps is Narciso Crook to make the catch. Out number 1. But when Owen got promoted, he was top 3 in all 3 Triple Crown categories, including leading the league in homers. But he flies out here to pinch hit roll, and he's 0 for 1. Well, Cole Tucker, the batter. Tucker has singled, walked, flown to left, and struck out. Well, Romano, a 4.46 ERA on the year, off to a good start tonight with 1 down. The righty kicks and deals. Fastball at 96, low and outside, ball 1. Romano came up as a starter. The Reds shifting him to the bullpen here lately. 135 of his career 171 appearances in the minors have been starts. It's the 0-1. Bounces in for a ball, 1-1. He's been mostly a starter in the big leagues as well. This season out of the bullpen, he's given up 10 runs in 6 2/3 in Cincinnati. Spent most of last season, in fact, he spent all of last season with the Reds, 8-11, a 5.31 ERA. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Tucker late on 96 miles an hour. It's 1-2. One and two the count. One out in the inning. Indians ahead 5-2. Romano, his delivery. Down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Tuck. (3-1). Chop foul, third base side. 3-2 the count now. Something you don't see very often. Jeff Hartlieb is warming up in the Indians bullpen, but he's doing it on the left mound in the Indians pen. Normally, everybody warms up on the right mound, unless it's double barrel action, but he's by himself warming up on the left side tonight, closer to the fans. 3-2 on the way to Tuck. Kola check swing and a pitch up and away. That's an MHS walk for health. Third time tonight, Tucker's been aboard. 1 out walk here from Romano, and Tucker on base for Jake Elmore, who is 2 for 4 tonight. Jake has doubled and singled, scoring a couple of runs tonight. His double into the right field corner, his single through the left side. Romano from the belt, the pitch. Elmore swings and pops it foul. It twists into the second deck, first base side for a strike. 0-1. Well, Jake now back ahead of Jake Cronenworth for the league lead, at least by 1 point. 3:43 entering this AB as Romano checks on Tucker. Throw over, not in time. Brian Hayes, who has 3 hits, waiting on deck. 0-1. Fastball at the knees, a strike. It's 0-2. Final line, by the way, on James Marvel. He went 7 innings, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits, no walks and 6 strikeouts. Another outstanding effort from Marvel. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on a bouncer to the left side. Couple of hops for the shortstop Rodriguez. Flips to second for 1. Relay to first, not in time. That ball kind of slowed up before it got to Rodriguez. He was able to retire Tucker 6-4, but Elmore legs out the fielder's choice. Jake has been on 4 times tonight. 2 fielder's choices, though, so he's 2 for 5. Inning stays alive for Brian Hayes. Key 3 for 4. Here tonight. He's 8 for his last 11. So his average has shot up 9 points, up to 258. 10 homers, 51 RBIs, including 1 tonight. Key looking for a 4-hit effort. 2 down, a man aboard for him. Romano from the first base side, his pitch. Fastball over but low, 97 miles an hour, ball 1. Hayes grounded to second in the first inning. Then he singled to the right side in the third, up the middle in the fourth, and then on a liner to center field in the 6th. The 1-0. Hayes swings and fouls it off. First base side for a strike, 1-1. 5-2, Indians leading. They've out-hit Louisville 11-6 tonight, trying to win the opener of this home and home. The Indians in town here tonight and tomorrow night. They'll play the Sunday afternoon game, interestingly enough, in Louisville before coming back home for 6 in a row beginning on Monday night. So here tonight, here tomorrow night as well, and then back on Monday. 1-1. Hayes takes a strike on the outer half. 98 from Romano. 1-2. Well, Hayes behind in the count, searching for his 4th hit. Elmore being held aboard by Nick Longy at first base. One, two. Runner going as the pitch up and in. Throw down to second. The tag applied on his left shoulder, and Elmore's out. Delayed steal. Jake didn't take off right away. And he's thrown out trying to swipe second, 2-4. And that'll end the inning. Got him on the left shoulder right before he got into the bag. A close play. And Elmore's out to end the frame. At the close of 7, it's the Indians 5, Bats 2. Jeff Hartley been to pitch for the Indians. 7 outstanding innings tonight from James Marvel. Only allowed 2 runs, both occurring in the top of the 5th. And big game James leaving in line to win this ball game as the Tribe ahead 5-2. Marvel fan 6. 8th inning we go. Here's Howard.
Okay, Andrew, thank you. First pitch inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The right-hander sets and delivers. And a ground ball hit to the shortstop. It is gloved by Tucker. And the throw on to first, 1 away. So Mitch Ney, pinch hitting, grounds out 6-3. And that'll bring up Jose Sierra, who is 0 for 3.
Matt Bowman, Howard, the man warming up, and he'll be the next Bats pitcher now that Romano's been lifted.
Okay, 1 out, bases empty. Indians ahead 5-2. And a breaking ball, strike at the knees, 0-1. So Jeff Hartley trying to do the job here tonight. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, outside breaking ball, strike 2. Indians 5 runs, 11 hits. Louisville 2 runs, 6 hits. And the right-hander's 0-2 delivery. Just outside, ball 1. And the count 1-2. Hartley delivers. Low for a ball, 2-2. And again, the righty stretches. Robinson in center, shading to right center. Here's the ball fisted foul to the right side, out of play. And it holds 0-2. Hartley delivers, swing and a miss, and he struck him out, and there 2 away. Narciso Crook, the batter. Crook, I should say, Narciso Crook. He struck out swinging in all 3 of his plate appearances. Indianapolis 5, Louisville 2 in the top of the 8th. Terrific job by James Marvel. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 1, 0-1. The righty stretches and delivers. Fastball inside a ball, 1-1. Hartley pitches. Inside with the breaking ball, ball 2. Indianapolis leading 5-2 in the 8th inning. Here's a ground ball hit hard. Diving backhand stop. Hayes at third. Throw from his knees, not quite in time. Terrific effort by Ke'Bryan, diving toward the line, backhanding it. Excellent stop, throwing from his knees. However, Crook beats it out. And the batter, Christian Colon, who's 1 for 3, an infield hit. The right-hander sets and delivers. Lou inside with a fastball, ball 1. Seventh hit of the game for the Bats. And the 1-0 pitch. Low and away with a breaking ball, ball 2. And Hartley sets and he pitches. Fastball, strike at the knees. 2-1. Hartley delivers. Low and outside, backhanded by Kelly, ball 3. And here is the 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 called, fastball. Automatic start with 2 outs for the base runner. Crook, he leads, he goes, and there's a liner to left. Kramer comes on, can't get it. Base hit, Crook will continue on to third. Kramer flips the ball to Tucker, and runners are at first and third. Soft line single. And it means that Rob Refsnyder will represent the tying run. Right-hand batter. Indians leading 5-2. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Fastball, low ball 1, blocked by Kelly. One ball, no strikes. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 7:05. There are tickets available for that game. Hope to see you out here. Indians in Louisville. The teams play in Louisville Sunday. And a breaking ball strike over the inside corner. And then we'll be back here Monday to begin the last homestand of the season. 4 with Toledo and 2 with Columbus. Runners lead. 1-1 delivered. Fastball, strike at the knees. And again, Hartley looks in. Here's his stretch. Runners lead. He delivers. Strike 3 called. Knee-high fastball. Side retired. After 7.5, the Indians 5, Louisville 2.
Matt Bowman, the new pitcher for Louisville. He'll take over going bottom 8. 7 outstanding innings from James Marvel. Jeff Hartley able to throw a scoreless 8th inning. So bottom 8, Indians will try to build on their 5-2 lead. Well, the one disappointing thing on the night for the Indians is they've left 12 men on base. They are 6 for 17 with men in scoring position, but lead by 3 as Bowman takes over.
Okay, Andrew, Ke'Bryan Hayes will lead off here. He was at bat when Jake Gilmore was caught stealing. Bowman delivers. Fastball strike. Crook moves from left to right. Longy from first to left. And the man who pinch hit, Mitch Ney, stays in the game to play first base. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball hit foul outside of first. It holds 0-2. Ke'Bryan with 3 singles and 4 at-bats tonight. Bowman delivers. Bouncing ball off the pitcher's glove, going to be a base hit. He tried to make a leaping grab and didn't. Had he not touched it, it would have gone right to Rodriguez, the shortstop. So Ke'Bryan Hayes has his 4th hit of the game. And the batter is Will Craig. Sac fly to right. RBI single to right. Hit into a double play, although the replay showed he clearly was safe at first, and was hit with a pitch ball. Grazed the helmet. He grounds it off his front leg foul. You're having a tough night when you get hit with a pitch ball in the head and then ground a ball off your leg foul. No balls and a strike. And there's a fastball inside. That's a ball. The righty stretches. Hayes leads. And this pitch is low, and that's a ball, 2-1. Bowman stretches and delivers. Swing and a miss. Foul ball held onto by Ryan Lavarnway, and the count is 2-2. Bowman stretches and delivers. Swing and a miss. Struck him out at an inside pitch. And there's one away. That'll bring up Kevin Kramer. Walked, been hit with a pitch. Fly to left and single to center. One man on, one man out. Kramer, a left-hand batter, swings, lines it down the left field line. Fair ball. Fair ball in the corner. The carom out toward Longy and left. It'll be a double, and runners are at second and third. Hayes held at third. He drilled it the other way. Now Trayvon Robinson, who's singled in a run, struck out, tripled, and struck out. And he'll bat against a drawn. They're going to walk him intentionally. They'll put him on to load the bases and face Eric Wood. Eric struck out 3 times and drawn a bases loaded walk. All 3 men lead away. The righty sets and delivers. Low inside, a fastball, ball 1. The 1-0 delivery, low and away, breaking ball outside and in the dirt, ball 2. Time called. Lavarnway goes out to talk to Bowman. Bases loaded. 1 man out. Indians looking to add to a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. All 3 men lead, and the 2-0 pitch is a strike. Belt tie inside corner. The right-hander sets, the runners lead. Fastball bounced foul, left of the plate, strike 2. And again, all 3 men lead away. The 2-2 delivery. Strike 3, swinging, and there are 2 away. It'll bring up Christian Kelly, who is 0 for 3. All 3 men lead. There are 2 outs. The defense straight up. Outfielder's shallow. Pitch is in the dirt. It was a fastball. And Lavarnway dug it out cleanly. All 3 men lead away. And the 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's a ground ball, foul left side, strike 2. Bowman looks in. The runners lead. The 1-2 pitch. Strike three, swinging, inning over. At the end of 8, the Indians 5, Louisville 2.
3 outs to go, and the Indians win the game. 5-2, they're ahead, but the man in charge of getting those 3 outs, Montana Durapo, Indiana 8-1-1 call to the bullpen. Durapo has been sensational this year. 35th appearance, he's 2-1 with a 1.96 ERA. But the numbers are absurd. 41 1/3 innings. He's given up 17 hits. 41 innings. That's an opponent batting average of 123. That'll get you demoted real quick if you're a hitter, but not as a pitcher. And Durapo's been sensational. He's a perfect 9 for 9 in saved chances, so he's going for 10 for 10.
And that can also get you named relief pitcher of the year. Alex Blandino will lead off. Blandin has reached on an error, doubled and singled. So let's see if Montana can do it again. 11,308 on hand tonight on a beautiful night. Durapo delivers. High, ball 1. Indians 5, Louisville 2 in the top of the 9th. And the 1-0 delivery. Strike called, breaking ball 1-1. And Durapo pitches. High and inside, ball 2, 2-1. This pitch. Breaking ball in, strike 2. 11,308 on hand. Night game tomorrow. Tickets available. Hope to see you out here. 7:05 start. The Indians and these Louisville Bats. The 2-2 pitch. Popped it up. Down the left field line. Hayes and Tucker. Tucker calling, and the shortstop has it 1 away. As Hayes gives way, the Indians 2 outs away from the win. Nick Longy, the batter, he's hit into a double play and knocked in a run with a grounder to short and single. And the right-hander's pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1, 0-1. Indians leading 5-2. 1 out, bases empty in the top of the 9th. 0-1 delivery. Strike 2 swinging. High heat, 92 miles an hour. 0-2. And a breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out, and there are 2 away. The batter is Ryan Lavarnway. The Indians an out away from the win. The former Indian Lavarnway takes inside. Breaking ball, missed, ball 1. Five to 2 Indians in the top of the 9th. Infielders straight up, outfielders around to the right. The 1-0 delivery in there with a breaking pitch. 1-1. Thigh high outside corner. Durapo looks in. Now the right-hander is ready. The right hand batting, Lavarnway stands in. Fastball, ground ball hit slowly to short. Here comes Tucker. He's got it. Submarine throw to Craig, and this game is over. The Indians win the game by a score of 5-2 in a very nice way to start this home-and-home series. The Indianapolis Indians with a 5-2 victory over the Louisville Bats. Let's go down to David Pigman.
Indians radio broadcaster Master Splinter is with tonight's Star Now.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Pigman. We're here with the master of tonight, Mr. James Marvel. 7 innings, 2 runs to shut down this good Louisville team, this good Louisville lineup as the Indians win tonight. James, first of all, you had it going from the get-go. You were pounding the zone, getting ahead of seemingly every hitter.
Yeah, that was the game plan. Just, trust Kelly behind the plate, let my defense work, be aggressive in the zone, and let them make the outs behind me.
You know, this is a team that doesn't have Aristides Aquino, who homered again tonight, but it's still a good lineup. You got Rob Refsnyder, who's had some success at the next level, so it brings a little bit of a unique challenge because you got some guys in the middle of the order that've got some pop, but you also got some speed guys there at the top of the order as well. Yeah, they're a good ball club. They definitely make you adjust as the game goes on, but it's a little easier to go through the lineup when your team's putting up some runs, swinging the bat really well. Tucker, Elmore, Hayes, those guys swung it really well tonight, and just on defense, trying to let them work behind me, and it ended up working out. Last question for you, James. You're 5-0 now since joining the Indians. This whole AAA thing, not very hard for you, huh? No, it's very challenging. I think, honestly, just relying on my teammates. They made some great plays for me tonight. I think 3 double plays, things like that in some crucial situations. So, when they're doing that and, putting up 5 runs behind you, it just makes things a little bit easier. A 5-2 win for the Indians tonight. 7 great innings from this guy. He's James Marvel, tonight's McDonald's player of the game. We got a fireworks show, so we'll send back upstairs.
Thanks, Andrew, and thanks, James, and thanks for watching the Indianapolis Indians on Comcast. Indians post-game extra next on Fox Sports 1260 WNDE. I'm Howard Kellman with Andrew Kappas.